office, and frankly before President Bush took office, changes in our, we know about the national security challenges, but let's talk about the economy. There were changes that were going on over the course of decades in which we saw, even in good times, wages stagnant, single wage earner families became two wage earner families in order to pay the bills. People began maxing out on credit cards, borrowing against their homes, which was fine when their home value was rising. And then in the fall of 2008, the whole house of cards collapsed, and nobody remembers that more vividly than everyone in this room. On December 16th of 2008, I participated in a meeting that is seared in my consciousness. President-elect, Vice President-elect, and his economic advisors gathered in a room in Chicago, and they reported on the state of the economy. Christy Romer, who was going to be the head of the my head is now back in Chicago. The Council of Economic Advisors said this will be the deepest recession since the Great Depression. Larry Summers talked about what that meant in terms of output in the economy and how much we would lose in unemployment. Tim Geithner reported that the financial system was locked up, that no loans were being issued, and that the system was in danger of collapsing. And then to cheer everyone up, the budget director, Peter Orszag, reported that this would add several $1 trillion to our debt because of the recession itself and the steps it would take to deal with it. Summers summed up by saying there was a 1 in 3 chance that we could experience a second Great Depression. At this point, I slipped out of the room and checked to see if we could still demand a recount. But having discovered otherwise, I returned, and there began planning for the emergency steps that would be necessary to prevent such a disaster and to try and pull the country out of what was such a deep spiral. And from that came the Recovery Act and all the steps associated with